Hello, folks. Welcome to another exciting episode of Mayor Wirtz. Damn it.
Do you do that on purpose?
I do it.
Mayor Wirtz presents Plucking Petals.
I do this every
You've done it the last couple
frickin'
times.
episode.
Mayor Wirtz reviews Plucking Petals episodes.
I no longer want to talk to you guys.
Terry.
Jesus. Okay. All right.
Garth Brooks. As we go a little something like this.
It's all about the good, bad, love, hate.
Hello, folks. Welcome to another exciting episode of Plucking Petals with James and Kyle. I am Kyle.
And today we're reviewing eggs.
This has been really fun. I'm gonna leave that intro in. I don't even care. That's just professionalism.
Yeah.
I have the last 3 times we've done this. I've done a Mayor Wirtz reviews food introduction, and I've cut them all on purpose. And now I'm not cutting them anymore because I'm a broadcasting professional. Our guest this episode is none other than the guy who does our intro music and is an all-around decent guy. This would be DJ p.stoops.
Hello. Hi, I am an over-round decent guy. I think that's what you just called me.
All-around, I'm dying, okay? I'm dying. We're just dealing with this. James, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you doing?
Despite all the audio issues that we've been having this entire episode, I've been pretty good. Today's a lazy Sunday. It's doing laundry and doing this podcast and wrapping gifts and watching hostage stuff on Netflix, which I'm totally fascinated by. Stoops, what's new with you? What are you doing?
I am really sleep deprived.
Good.
So
It's gonna be a great episode.
I feel like we're all a little slap happy, or I just have a bad concept of reality right now. But
yeah, it's probably a little bit of all of
I'm
it.
definitely running on 1 hour sleep.
Okay.
Because I played a show in Detroit last night, and instead of crashing over at my friend's house, I was like, the show. I left at 5:30 and people were still there.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Bars are open that late in Detroit?
No,
there's no rules up there.
It's like a art gallery kind of private thing or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And so then they hold these like hip hop shows and stuff. It starts at midnight.
Jeez.
And I went on. I was supposed to go on at 1:15. I ended up going on at like 1:50.
Okay.
And then I've played this show before, and that's the way like it always goes. It's just a late show. That's its whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I ended up getting like paid out and left at like 5:30, and I was like, well, I could drive 20 minutes to my friend's house and possibly get stuck in his street that hasn't been plowed yet, and I was just like, screw it, I'll just drive home. So it's only 2.5 hours, and
That's not bad.
took a half-hour nap at a gas station.
There you go.
So
There you go.
because I couldn't comprehend road signs anymore. So I was like,
that's always a good sign.
Yeah, I was
Probably a good
just
time
like,
to stop.
I was like, all right, right 2 lanes are for slower traffic. All right, so like the 2 lanes on the right.
You have to take an aptitude test, and if you're slower mentally, you have to drive in the right lanes.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw a sign like that, and it took me like that long. Like I had to my brain was working that fast. You just like you think a thought and you don't realize that you thought it.
Yeah,
I was like, no, all right, slower traffic. So that means traffic that's going below speed limit. And just like I was like, all right, I need to get gas anyways. I'm just going to like sleep at this marathon station for a half hour and then keep going. And I
There
did.
you go.
Yeah.
I like it. Actually, I went to an escape room yesterday.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, we did 2 escape rooms. I went with my roommate Jason and his sister and her boyfriend. And we did a Indiana Jones themed escape room.
And then one where you were in a room with a guy who wouldn't shut up about CrossFit.
Yeah, and like
I think
that
that's
one,
a good idea for one.
Yeah, I like that one. That one's more of a mental one. It really just hurts you. You have to keep jumping around and doing weird stuff without actually gaining any muscle mass. It's real strange.
Are you making fun of Jason right now?
No.
Oh, no.
No,
Yeah.
we can though. He's not here.
Oh, well, no, I thought maybe he was the CrossFit enthusiast.
No, he's not not
Okay.
at all. That would require cardio. So He's not a cardio guy.
He looks healthy.
He
so
is
I don't,
healthy.
I don't know. I don't know what he does
I
to
keep
do
him
that.
alive. He pays half my rent, so I have to make sure, like, here, have some strawberries. This celery stalk looks really good. But yeah, we did this Indiana Jones escape room, and I don't like the themed escape rooms because they're like, oh, it's like little dumb nods. Like, oh man, look, at one part, like, you get to use his hat for something. Oh man, there's his whip, but we didn't get to use the whip, so it was very sad. But then we did that one. We did one for The Hangover, which I thought was really cool. They use a lot of magnets for stuff, so it's like
Wait, the Zach Galifianakis
vehicle. Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. You show up and they roofie the shit out of you,
Yeah.
and then
cool.
they do stuff to you, and you have
fun.
to figure out
Well,
what they did.
it's real weird because were you there for the zombie escape
one?
room? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like that, but Mike Tyson is in there and he's chained up and he starts swinging at you, and you kind of have to get hit by him. But it was kind of
But
cool.
God
'cause-
help you if you step on one of his pigeons.
Yeah,
Like, he
he's
just
gonna
breaks that
he's gonna
chain and you're all
lose it.
done. Yeah.
Well, there was the one part. I'm not gonna give anything. I'm gonna give something away at one point. But one of the first things you do is there's a chicken on a counter, and it's a voice activated thing that opens something. You have to tell the chicken "I love you." I'm like, that's kind of fun. It's something in a note that you have to do. I don't know if it's doing anything with the movies. I don't know.
Is this the Hangover one or the Indiana Jones one?
Both. You have to start by saying "I love you" to things. But I really it was much interesting. I liked it more than the zombie one.
That
we
one
did.
did feel very unprofessional.
Plus, we only did it with 4 people, and I felt like we all had a good
Idea of
time
what was happening?
Idea what was happening. We knew what was going on. We all had roles. We weren't standing around like clapping at a zombie for 45 fucking minutes. So, but yeah, that's what I did yesterday. All right,
Is this in Cleveland?
North Olmsted?
Oh.
Yeah, it's called Escape Room Cleveland. We actually beat the Hangover one in less than a half an hour and beat the whatever score it was, and we accidentally skipped like a huge chunk by accident because we figured out something when we weren't supposed to. And the guy was he came in during when we were doing. He goes, "Hey, you guys are about to skip like a couple steps. Are you guys good?" We're like, "Yeah." Like and we didn't realize we were like right at the end. We're like, "Shit."
Yeah.
Like, okay.
So do you get like your picture on the wall if you beat it under a certain amount of time?
We're on their Instagram, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
isn't
can
that
you tell
cool?
me how to escape the room, and I'll just go in there by myself and be like, "One man, I've got this."
I got that. You got it. I got all by myself. I'm gonna do this blindfolded. Fuck you.
Just gonna have a moment where you're standing there in the middle of the room, making your eyes go back and forth real fast. Got it.
Nailed it.
You're just like pointing at numbers in the air and just
You're not doing anything. You're just pointing.
You're just beautiful
I got this.
minding the.
Carry the pie.
They walk back in and everything is like connected with red string.
Where did you get that?
Yeah. We didn't patch you down. Oh god. But yeah, those are the one we did. I didn't like it very much. These were
there was
these
18 of
were-
us. There
yeah.
wasn't a single person in there. We escaped. Not one person could tell you everything we did to get out of there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I felt like it wasn't as fun. But I recommend going with a small group of people, and especially if no one is bossy or mean. We're all really nice, bossy people. Because you could just tell, like when everyone has that one friend that feels like they will control a situation like that and just like demand things of people, and I don't want to do that. So and this one didn't have any math problems. I feel like you shouldn't be able to go into an escape room. Everything within the escape room should be able to be solved within the escape room. You didn't need to have any outside knowledge coming in besides normal things like using your hands
Or
Like-
how to read.
or how to read. Yeah, those are
Yeah.
the two boogaboos. But like we did do like algebra or some shit at the zombie room. There was some math
I don't know.
involved.
What?
Yeah,
I-
someone
Why
did
would you
math.
have to solve a math problem to get away
was-
from a zombie?
it
That
was
doesn't even
dumb.
like.
It was dumb.
Like I could understand if it was like, oh, you're in like a mad scientist's laboratory or something like that. And it's like, okay, I could understand using math in that scenario, but in a zombie apocalypse, math is the first thing to go.
Yeah, exactly.
We actually,
It's
now
all
I
brute
think about it,
strength.
in the zombie one, because the thing we were trying to get were 5 combination locks, and you
Yeah.
got them, but you didn't know the order they were in. We could have finished it 15 minutes before we were done, because we had 4 of the numbers and knew which one it was. So we
We
spent
could-
that whole last thing we were doing was to get that like the number we had left was in the first position, which
Yeah.
we already knew because we had the second, the
But
third,
they
the
wouldn't
fourth,
let
and
us.
the
They
fifth.
also let us guess everything. We had a bunch of locks that had different numbers and letters on it and stuff, and they let us guess stuff, which I felt was really good. So
You mean in the one you did? And
the
ours,
ones
they
we
punished
did.
us.
Yeah, they
for
punished
guessing.
us. Yeah. They're like, if you guess it and you don't have a reason for it, they'll like make us go away from it. And they'll reset it. It was really dumb. I don't think
Wait,
that
is
one's
someone
around
in the room
anymore.
with you?
For the one that we
yeah.
did, yes. The ones that we did yesterday, no. But another cool thing they do is they had clues, and they had like cameras so they can watch you and whatever, all creepy like. And you could wave it every 10 minutes. You could wave for a clue. So like that was kind of
Yeah.
nice to help a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, cool.
Anyways, this has been Escape Room with James and Kyle and Stoops. Stoops, how about you talk about your problem for this episode?
Oh, sure. So, so my problem is that you see it all over the internet and everything that 2016 has been like it's been not a great year.
Been a roller
Dumpster
coaster.
fire is the word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those T-shirts you can get. Those are pretty neat.
Yeah.
That'll be super cool in 2018.
I know, right? Look at that at the thrift store.
But so my personal problem, I mean, is just that it's not been that bad of a year for me personally. Like,
I'm doing okay. That's
Yeah,
my
I'm
problem.
doing all right.
Like-
I'm living.
so I was running through like all of like the good things that happened to me this year, and
Yeah.
I'm not like a naturally optimistic person. This is not like me just going like, oh, but look at all the silver lining on this
Yeah.
cloud or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like, nah, it's been a pretty boss year for me. Like I mean, like so chronologically speaking, like these are the good things that happened to me. I got to meet Kid Koala, who is my hero in turntablism. I got to see Aretha Franklin perform live.
Nice.
I moved in with my girlfriend, Missy, and that's been going really well. I finally released an album that I've been working on for 2 years.
This is true.
I had a pretty successful release show. Thank you, Kyle.
No problem.
And I also got picked up by a record label. And yeah, I mean, there's just been like I played a bunch of shows. Like I feel like I'm actually moving along with my career in music and
Yeah.
stuff. And then it's just like also, then there's like this whole other side of 2016 that everyone's talking about. That's like, oh, all the celebrities died, and all of the Syrians are getting killed, and Trump won the presidency, and like just all and like, yeah, it's been not a great year. The celebrity death thing, actually, I think that we're kind of blowing out of proportion because we're really
Yeah.
running pretty fast and loose with what we consider a celebrity. Like people
The
were
people
like,
this month I've never even heard of.
Well,
I didn't know who the Thick guy was, and then a baseball
Alan
announcer.
Thicke?
Yeah, I didn't know him.
him actually,
Yeah.
I knew because I grew up with like 80s sitcoms
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. He's actually his son was Robin Thicke, who wrote that song "Blurred Lines."
Oh,
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's not why someone
Yeah.
becomes famous because
Yeah.
their son. But I mean, like and there were some people in the synthesizer community that I did know of, Don Buchla and Tomito, who I don't know his first name. He's a Japanese composer, and been a big fan of. And so like they died, and like David Bowie. Like David Bowie is like the one death this year that I was like, when everyone was bummed about it, like I believed everyone.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like David Bowie's been in the like cultural consciousness what is the cultural
Cosmos.
Cos
Can we call it Cosmos?
Sure.
Is it Cosmos?
The cultural cosmos. I don't think that's a
Cultural
phrase, but
Cosmos.
Um,
You heard it here, folks. Heard it here, folks.
You
Heard it here
heard it
first.
here,
I'm
folks.
having trouble with words.
you're
today.
having an over-round issue with
He's an over-round good
I
guy.
want to die.
but like when David and everyone was like, "Oh, this is my favorite David Bowie song," it's like I believe you. But then when Prince died,
yeah.
I'm sorry, when a guy dies and you're like, "Oh man, I'm such a huge fan of his. I had to go out and buy Purple Rain." It's like,
why
how do
don't you own
Yeah,
that
how are
album?
you?
Why don't you
How are you
own
such a big
Purple
fan of
Rain?
Prince and you don't own that album? Like I definitely saw that as a post, and I was like, no, stop it. That's ridiculous." But
Exactly.
so
Other than Bowie, I think Gene Wilder was the only one that I was really sad about. I mean,
Yes.
it's not like he was still making movies, but it's like he's one of my favorite
Yeah.
actors. Yeah.
He meant a lot to you personally.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh no, I definitely I get that, and I mean it was like a bummer, but also we have to keep in mind that our concept of what celebrity is, like next year is gonna be just as bad for celebrity deaths
Yeah.
because
Because I just
It's not
bought
like-
this sniper rifle.
I've been taking lessons.
I'm coming for you, Gene Krupa, jazz drummer who's already dead.
I don't know who that is.
I just had to threaten someone who was already dead, and he was the first one that came into my mind.
Coming for you, Gandhi. Let's do this. Fight me, bro. Fight me.
But like our concept of what a celebrity is, I think, is just it ran so much. I mean, because like look at all these people that died. Like people were like, "Oh, Glenn Frey died." Yeah, well, he's not really also that popular either. But like,
Who was Glenn Frey?
he was in the
The more music people
Eagles.
was-
Yeah. He was
Oh, okay.
yeah. I think it was Glenn Frey that died. I don't remember. A lot of
Sure.
people died.
John Glenn died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the Glenn you were thinking of?
Yeah.
No.
That's
This
my
was
Glenn. My Glenn.
there was a guitarist or someone that. Oh man. Anyhow, but when you think about like in the 1940s, there weren't like these major film stars and the music stars. I mean, there were some. There were famous musicians in the 40s, sure, but not like to the degree that we started having them come the 60s and 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
now,
especially
like
even now with YouTube and stuff, like
Can't
there's
forget
just
Vine,
so many.
R.I.P..
Yeah.
Vine died. Oh, 2016, you guys.
Oh man, how are we supposed to get all those non-aired pilots on CBS? I don't understand. Jesus.
But anyhow, so like, yeah, it's a little bit. So that's kind of my general problem, though. Is just like it's been a good year for me, but it always seems like either weirdly being like one of those people that's trying too hard to be optimistic, or actually, when I brought this up to you, you were just like, oh, it's like a white privilege thing, and I like to think that. I mean, like, okay, sure, everything.
Whoa, I don't think I said white privilege. Hold on.
Yeah,
Where's my phone?
No, you said like white guilt. That's what you said.
That's what it is. White guilt.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like, I mean, I
Especially
don't
now
think
with
that.
Trump being elected, I feel like white guilt is like, it's like you're doing like a fine dance right now. It's like I had also a really good year, for me personally, but I'm not gonna be like I had a great year, guns blazing, like having. But it's just like you gotta be culturally sensitive, I guess.
Right. Which
I feel bad about it.
Yeah, so it's like I have like all this happiness inside me that I just gotta shove in.
I know, right?
Shove deep inside like all my problems.
Exactly.
So just everything's in there now.
There's a big difference between like, yeah, I'm really happy this year because a lot of things worked out for me, then versus I'm really happy this year because it sucked for you, and it just feels so good that you had such a bad time.
Yeah.
This is true. This is true. Okay.
And it's not like I'm going around, I guess, either saying like 2016 was the best year ever. Yeah.
Holy shit! Fuck yeah! You walk by someone, just push them on the ground, like I love 2016, and then just leave. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I've started oppressing older white men because I just need to be on top more.
That's
you know.
right. Push them in their wheelchairs and all that old people stuff. I don't understand. Please make me stop talking.
No, we're just gonna look at
I'm
you
the
now.
co-host of this podcast. Please
pull
make
us
me
out of
stop.
this nosedive, Kyle. Come on, save it. Go.
So there's a fun thing if you're ever with Kyle in a social situation and he says something like that, just stare at him and he'll just keep talking, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a bad habit. It's an improv thing. Okay, it's an improv thing. But
Make
yeah,
statements.
being happy in this day and age is kind of rough. It's because everyone's like, well, it's people overseas are dying, getting beheaded every day, but it's like, hey, I made a cool YouTube video that got a bunch of plays, or like I did
bringing
improv
that
stuff
up
on
again,
Friday.
Kyle.
I know,
Jeez.
it's
Oh
just
man,
real.
did you make a video that involved Johnny Cash in any way? I don't know. We've never heard about this.
That video you sent me the other day of Kermit the Frog doing a
Singing
cover
her.
of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it made me laugh so fucking hard. Oh,
So for the listeners that don't know, Kyle
Yep,
became
here we go.
famous this year because he got like, well, what's the total with the YouTube and the Vimeo? What is it, 800,000 probably?
I'm up to probably like 900,000 now.
All right, so like you're at about 900,000 plays for Guy Fieri eating while Johnny Cash plays "Hurt" by Nine Inch Nails. It's not by Johnny Cash. It's by Nine Inch. The comment
Look at
section
my
on
choker.
Yeah.
I love Nine Inch Nails. Yeah, I honestly think that Nine Inch Nails is coming out with a new EP soon or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm cause for that now. They have to come back and have to save themselves. I'm taking all that credit. 2016 is my year. See, I'm doing a reverse now.
I don't even know that Trent Reznor wants to take credit for a new Nine Inch Nails EP, but
That's
all right.
true. That's true. No, that's a valid source. How was your year, James?
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was an average year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I lost my last grandparent, and then my uncle died. So I had some of that 2016 shittiness.
Yeah.
But things other
Overall.
than that are okay.
Wait, you lost 3 relatives this year too?
I lost 2.
Oh. I lost 3.
You win.
No, I was gonna high five you
Oh
because we
my
were in
God.
the like 3 family deaths club
Yeah.
or something for this
No,
year.
just 2.
What is the club?
Hey, we still got a week left.
True. All right. Who's feeling sick?
Oh God.
Leave the window open just a little more. Get that pneumonia set in super easy.
Yeah.
Oh man, awesome. Well, I'm so glad that we got to discuss celebrity deaths and make us feel all white guilt like. It's one of my favorite things in the world to feel.
I mean, to be fair, I said that this year was a pretty good year for me, and then also followed it up with I lost 3 family members this
This
year.
is true. So everyone has their ups and downs. I mean, my video got taken down from YouTube, so I mean, let's be honest here. I don't even care. I don't even care. Anyways, yeah, my year's been good too. So let's.
Time Magazine called you a genius.
I know, but now
But they also
put
made
on
Trump
there, so I
on
don't
it.
believe them anymore. God damn it!
Yeah, Trump's Person of the Year, Kyle's a genius. 2016 is all upside down.
I'm gonna kill myself now. So yeah, all right, James, what's your problem for this episode?
Backs.
Backs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you met someone that hasn't complained about back pain at least once before?
Probably a baby.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't know how to use English.
Nah, so the human back is garbage.
Yeah.
It just is.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
all right.
the easiest way to explain evolution is super lazy. So the like fragmented spine is like super good when it's horizontal with the ground.
Okay.
But then as like things started walking more upward, there's more and more weight on just the bottom discs. And then occasionally we have to do this thing where we like have babies. So
Right.
it has this like curve at the bottom. So you have all of your weight on a few discs at the bottom underneath the curved surface. So
Okay.
it's carrying around your heavy head and shoulders all day. So it doesn't matter who you are, as you just get older, your back starts to hurt because it's garbage. So that's my problem.
Are you just trying to tell us now that you're pregnant?
Thanks,
your way-
guys.
is
This
your way
is
of
my
coming
baby
out?
Are
announcement.
you pregnant
Yeah.
and also old?
Yeah.
Is this what they're...
Yeah, I'm really confused. You walked in with a cane. I'm like, "What's that for?" You're like, "You're gonna find out soon." Just
Dropping
wait.
this bomb.
Yeah, dropping
Yeah.
this knowledge
So
bomb.
what's the solution? That we just have one solid bone going up our
I
back?
don't know what a better thing would be.
Because
but
I
we
feel like
should-
that would break really easily, right?
I don't
like,
know what we gotta do, but we gotta Deus Ex this stuff and make us like cyborg people with all of the shitty stuff.
Do I get telekinetic powers?
I don't think so.
No.
I just think you get like bones that don't break super bad, and then
Okay.
you don't get sick.
Well,
and
it's,
then,
I mean, I guess it's not really the backbones breaking that we're worried about as much as the
Yeah,
spinal cord that they're
yeah.
all like.
the
Yeah.
thing it's protecting is really the important bit.
Yeah,
There-
that's real meat.
It's sort of
potato
the spinal
stuff.
cord goes like through the vertebrae, right? Like it's like sort of like one of those pretzel hot dogs.
That is the perfect metaphor.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Got
I
it.
also studied anatomy in college.
Yeah.
It's like the pretzel hot dogs of the human body.
I can't wait to go to an Anti-Hands next time. It's like, can I get a spinal cord? Damn it. Damn it.
Hey, this is Meryl Worth's Reviews. Can I get a spinal off?
Oh, God. No. Well, what if we do like a Wall-E thing where we're just all in chairs and just float around? Is that cool?
You'd probably also get like, well, you'd have serious like bone mass. Like, there's no way any of those people would be able to walk if.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did walk a little bit.
They
in the
did
Animal
have
movie.
gravity, but they're never walking.
How did they not have bed sores in that movie?
Yeah, that's a real good
Oh, it's the
question.
future. There's no such thing as bed
Did they
sores
like
in the
rotate
future.
them or something like that? You know,
but
because
who
you
would do
gotta,
the
like,
rotating? It didn't
the
look like
chairs?
Maybe the
Oh,
chairs like
maybe.
wiggle them.
Yeah.
Like maybe it has like
Yeah.
a wiggling function too, where it just kind of just like shakes them up a little bit.
That would just. I feel like that would cause other problems.
Fine.
How did they go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I didn't want to bring that up because
No,
it's a big
let's
Oh,
talk
we're
about
about
it.
to
Yeah.
bring this up. The
Okay.
Disney classic Wall-E.
Yeah, does it like drive them over to it?
Is
and
that what
plop
like
them on
Wally's
it, or-
actual like storage container is for?
It's just it's just full of piss.
Oh, I was thinking the solid matter. Yeah.
That is a
The
fan
dookie.
fiction waiting to happen. I'm very excited to read all about it next week.
Yes.
Oh my
Wally
God.
piss collecting fan fiction. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, no, I like it. It needs a better title than that, but yeah,
We'll get there.
we'll work
I'm not.
on it.
I'm not a creative. As
Yeah,
they're
it's
called.
okay. We'll
Yeah.
get like your girlfriend to write it or whatever. She does Tumblr vlogs, so
All about Wally. You
yeah,
got
all
it.
about. It's really weird. It's a
Yeah.
very weird subset of Tumblr. It's just all Wally. Call them wallheads, I guess. That joke could have been so much better.
Yeah.
So back wise, I mean, can we just revert back to being gorilla style?
Well, there's. I mean,
that-
it's a little better at an angle, but. Oh yeah, we
so
didn't
if
talk.
everyone just commits to like walking like gorillas and then only reproducing with people that do that the best.
Yeah.
And then in like
It's a hierarchy.
and then in like a
Going
couple
back
thousand
down.
years.
Sorry, I saw a trailer for War of the Planet of the Apes the other day, so I'm like, all right, perfect. You gave me that problem. It's like, we could be those people.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. They have guns. They talk. They do sign language. Like,
Yeah, but I don't really know how much the monkey's back hurts because I don't think they've ever complained about it.
No, we don't know.
Yeah.
They never really.
They could be crappy too.
Yeah, that's
Really,
true.
I don't know.
I mean, how much like can your posture and things like that? How much can that like? I mean, like I know that it affects it, but like, how much does it prevent you from getting like? I mean, if you have good,
I honestly don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, where
You're the
are
one that
your
usually-
stats-
you're the
where are
one
your
that usually
stats at?
I
researches.
know, I know.
There's your phone right there and it's closed, and I'm worried.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
What is
Well, I
this?
figure we had Stoops. It was a more levity episode.
That's
I honestly
fine.
thought this would be a throwaway problem that we wouldn't even talk
no,
about.
actually, I kind of
That's
like your problem
Yeah.
a lot better than mine because
Yeah.
mine's just like look at a Facebook feed. But
Yeah.
like,
And we didn't talk about Harambee once. Like, we just talked about
I was
monkeys
waiting.
and all the celebrity deaths in 2016.
Yeah.
So, like, honestly, we talk about Time Person of the Year. It should have been Harambee, even though he's not a person.
right. But one time they also made a computer the person of the year. So that's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
1982, I think it was, and
Which computer was it?
it was just the PC, just
Oh,
like
yeah.
the having a computer, the concept of having a computer in your home. They weren't even brand specific. They were just like, well, this is neat.
The computer. That's
Look
awesome.
at us go. We're ahead of the times.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, I guess it's just they also made Hitler person of the year once.
Hey,
too.
it's not
'Cause
good or
it's not-
bad. It's just the most influence.
yeah,
Yeah.
which
That hurts. That's a whole other subject in sadness and in its own right.
there's a really interesting article out about the like the deeper artistic metaphors that were used in that cover, though. There's actually they used a lot of like symbolism and stuff in that, like where they place his head.
You mean the Hitler one or the Trump one?
The Trump one.
Yeah, with the M or whatever.
Yeah, the M actually kind of makes like horns, and the chair that he's sitting on is actually a like Louis XV chair, which he was known for more like philandering than actually doing his job as a king, and it's worn to kind of show like the cracks. I mean, it's like there's a whole bunch of think pieces and stuff online about
Also,
it, but
if you play it backwards, you can hear the devil, and then you read it upside down.
And it's a recipe for cookies?
Yeah, it's really interesting. They didn't, it's not all tinfoil hats over here.
Yeah.
It's I understand. I get
Yeah.
you.
that's how you should like sell a conspiracy theory. It's like if you play it backwards, it's the devil speaking to you. But if you play it half speed forwards, it's a recipe for cookies.
Life's about layers, man.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes not everything needs to be bad. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're just gonna
Like-
go past recipe for cookies.
Yeah, like just good conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Like
Can we?
Did you know the Illuminati's really working hard to find an alternative power source?
All right, so I've just figured out our new YouTube series. We're gonna make our own conspiracy theories and make them all positive. I'm in. I want to start writing this immediately. Oh man. Anything else you gotta say about Bax?
No, not really.
Okay.
I'm just looking forward to being a cyborg. I hope I'm still alive.
how's
Yeah,
your
that'd
how's
be
your
fun.
back now?
It's doing it, but I lift kegs all the time. It's only a matter of time before it gets
just
fucked
craps
up.
out,
Yeah.
It happens. I sit
Yeah.
in a chair, so it's bad posture. So I'm just gonna die. It's fine.
Kyle, what is wrong with you today?
I don't
Why
know.
are you just like wishing death?
don't
Like
know.
I mean,
I've had death on the brain.
Do you want to
today.
talk about this?
I don't know. I've had death on the brain today. I don't know why. Stoops, you just had a new album come out.
I did.
You did. What track would you like for me to play right now?
Chuck Will's widow. Olive-sided flycatcher. Acadian flycatcher. Red-tailed hawk. Worm-eating warbler. Pine warbler. Tennessee warbler. Henslow's sparrow.
album. I own it.
Okay, yeah, I
I
got
own
that.
it. I
I
own
was
it.
just when you said right now,
It's
I was
mine.
like, are you gonna just like cut the track in right here?
Maybe we'll see what happens.
Right now, and then it's just.
Or do we have to sit here like listening to it, looking at each other, or are you gonna cut it in?
I'm gonna cut it in.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna cut any of this out though.
Okay. I think one that kind of works as because they blend together so
Okay.
much that I think like one that works well as just an individual track that I don't know I want to get more people listening to because I never play it live is Passenger Pigeon.
Passenger Pigeon.
Yeah.
All right.
Is this all edited out of the podcast part or are we
Maybe.
okay?
Well, that has been Passenger Pigeon. Now we're going
Like
on
those
to
double
our next,
Ps. Yeah.
Passenger Pigeon.
By p.stoops.
Then Pop Pops by p.stoops.
I'm plucking petals.
And Plucking Petals with James and Kyle. Damn it, didn't work.
Did you forget what letter your name you started with?
Oh,
Maybe I'll get to our names. And
James
it'll
and
work.
Pyle.
Pames and Pile.
Pames and Pile, Plucking Petals,
Pile.
Passenger Pigeons with p.stoops. I need to breathe more. All right, so we are now at our friendly debate section of the podcast. So our friendly debate this year, for the
Christmas
end of the
trees.
year,
Yeah.
because we're Christmas themed, is going to be real trees versus fake trees.
Yeah.
You said you want to do fake trees.
And I want to do real trees.
You want to do real trees, okay?
Yeah.
Do you have a side for this?
Okay, so we're talking about Christmas trees because you just sent me fake trees or real trees, and I'm like, I'm assuming you mean Christmas trees?
Yeah, I'm assuming that.
No,
was
no, no,
implied.
no. Just in general.
Like trees,
Like
just trees.
the
in
fake
general.
palm trees or whatever the Rainforest Cafe is decorated with,
Yeah,
or
that place is dope.
So what?
There's a frog on the front. They have sounds.
Yeah.
All right. Well, real trees.
so
wanna
you
start
take
off?
real trees and I'll
Yeah.
take fake trees.
I
I have a
You
fake tree at home,
you can do both sides. It really doesn't matter. We just it's a friendly debate. We're supposed to be friendly.
Friendly.
but it can't be a debate if we're both like, yeah, real trees.
That's fine.
Cool.
I'm all about fake trees. So yeah.
Yeah, so I really like real trees because they actually I feel bring an element of coziness to the apartment. A fake tree can't. You've got the pine tree smell
Okay.
as well as the look, and then it actually kind of helps the environment because they are constantly planting new Christmas trees that are pulling the carbon out of the air to grow into the tree. So that's really my whole argument.
Okay, but if we just left the trees there, wouldn't they do the same thing and probably
Well, they
a little
wouldn't
bit
get
better?
planted in the first place because then that would get used for the land that you're growing Christmas trees on would be used for something else.
Yeah. All right. Well, now, while I'll give you that some fake trees look like garbage.
Stop
So
looking
if you
at
don't-
my
if you don't-
Five Below tree.
If you don't know, Kyle has this most pathetic looking little Christmas tree in the corner that half of the lights have been ripped off of and are just laying on the ground next
it
to
only
it.
takes one string of
Like-
lights.
like-
It's too many lights for it.
Like Charlie Brown looked at that tree and said, "No, that's too depressing."
We'll go with that one. We have to tie the blanket around and hold up.
It has no ornaments on it. It's just a string of lights. It happens. Okay. It was at Five Below and it's shiny. Things I'll enjoy, and I didn't want to have a big tree, so I don't know.
Congrats.
Yeah, I did it.
Nailed it.
I mean, you can get small, real Christmas trees. I don't know. I mean,
That's what we have. Ours is not big at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
we use a fake Christmas tree in the Stoops Crumb household. It's just it's kind of nice just to you don't have to mess with going out to get a tree. Honestly, I hate that kind of stuff. Just going out to in the cold and just and then you have to deal with the pine needles. Stepping on pine needles. That's what I do not miss about.
That's my big.
Yeah, that's the big negative.
Coupled with you have to water it. I mean, otherwise it will die.
And then it's a giant fire starter in the middle of
it
your
is
house.
also
Yeah.
that. It is also
You're begging for death.
Yeah.
See, death comes from
the thing that catches
Kyle,
on.
we're gonna have a talk after this
Okay.
podcast.
Alright.
I want to make sure you're doing okay.
I'm doing fine. I promise.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's if you watched that Simpsons Christmas episode where Bart sets all the toys and oh wait, no, that was a plastic tree, wasn't it? Because the whole thing melts into
Yeah,
a
it
giant
was like
plastic
a big
disc.
And I just I remember thinking, growing up, I had one of those little things you could pull out of the sink too and spray it, and then Bart ran halfway around his house with it, but it was just too short.
No,
Yeah.
no, he had a fire truck. It was a fire truck that shot water.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he pulled the thing off the sink, or maybe this is a different episode. This happened in a Simpsons.
Okay, well, no,
Yeah.
the one where it's the Christmas tree. He gets downstairs early before everyone else, unwraps his fire truck present, and it's shooting water, and it shoots water directly into an outlet, which catches the fire truck on fire, which is the funniest part about that. and then he's like trying to put it out, but he's like still has it in remote control, and it just runs and it just catches the tree and everything on fire, and then it just melts down into a plastic
Yeah,
disc.
but I'm pretty sure there is a sequence during that the fire truck goes in and crashes. He runs into the kitchen, grabs that thing off the sink, and tries to put the fire out with it.
Sure, you guys aren't mistaking this for the new OK Go music video?
Does kind of sound like an okay. And then the tree burns down, which lights a wick, which lets an arrow that has been pulled tight, or
It's
bow and
all
arrow.
one shot. Yeah, it's in space for some reason, so everything's floating.
So those music videos for real, like this has been, I don't know if you've just been like following my YouTube watches recently, but
No,
like
I saw your search history the other day at your house, and it scared the crap out of me.
that's
so.
all OK Go.
Yeah,
No,
it was.
Oh no, it was weird stuff
It
too.
was weird stuff. It was like.
And here's the thing
Hillary
is that they
Clinton
didn't
speeches, Transformer trailers.
Oh yeah,
You're a real grab bag of.
a lot of
just
John
fun.
Oliver.
Yeah, John Oliver. Yeah.
You know, that didn't even have all the weird stuff of just like the 1960s Indy 500 car wrecks.
Yeah, that was. I remember that phase.
Yeah, those music videos tricked me into actually listening to that band and liking it. Like
Yeah.
that.
I used to just turn the sound off. I'm like, it's cool without it. I don't really need it.
I mean, like I never. Honestly, I'd watched those videos so many times because I'm a really big fan of like practical effects and like the one shot and just like.
Is that why you
And
wanna
I like
watch
Rube Goldberg
Transformers?
machines.
I know you want to watch Transformers.
I can be a multifaceted person.
Okay.
All right.
Really, I don't like those movies because I can't see the robots punching each other, which is why Pacific Rim was a great robots punching each. Well, I guess they were punching monsters, but Transformers. All right, I went off on a tangent.
All right.
But I don't really like those.
Yeah, no, that was my Hulu. I think my Hulu
was your
search
Hulu?
history had the Transformers on
Yeah, it
there
did.
because I was drunk one
Drunk,
night
you
and
said you
wanted
wanted
to
to
just watch
something
Mark
explode,
Wahlberg
yep.
and robots.
Yeah.
But
The robot Amazon Prime, right?
oh yes. What on earth were we talking about?
Okay, go. We're also
Oh
talking
yeah,
about fake
okay, go,
trees.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we're trying to decide about Christmas trees.
No, I like talking about okay, go more.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Now let's go back to trees. Go, Kyle. You're
Okay,
the host.
well, fake tree wise, I'm really into it just because it doesn't take a lot of time. I really never super enjoyed the fact of having to go out and find your own Christmas tree because it's a long, daunting process and it's very cold. And I don't want to be out all day looking for the perfect tree because at the end of the day, it's still not going to be perfect because when they put it on the car, it's going to squish things anyways. I like the fact that the fake trees have like even the lights in it already, so you just gotta like just attach them and they're perfectly placed. I like that kind of stuff. It's easy, and plus when it comes to animals, like we always had like dogs and stuff in the house, so it's like they'll eat the branches or they'll like eat the pine stuff. I'm like, I don't want them to eat.
Oh, well, cats are assholes about any Christmas tree because they go for the ornaments.
So
Yeah,
you could have
exactly.
ended the sentence after the word asshole.
And we would have gotten it.
Yeah, yeah.
I just feel for like a safety thing, and it's like, you know, the smell. I do like the smell. It's a great smell, but also I can get a candle.
Yeah, I knew
or
this
I
was
can, or I
gonna-
can get like a Febreze thing for it. I'm pretty sure that's a
The
thing.
Glades
they sell.
plug-in with
yeah,
the
like,
pine.
look
Yeah.
at that. It's that's why that smells so good all the time.
Yeah, I don't really have an argument here other than I like them.
I do, but I like them. I just wish they were. If it was easier to get.
Well, you don't. So, I mean, one year I think as a kid we did like rode a train, picked it while it was still growing, cut it down. That was a pain in the ass. But like
Okay.
this year, Lakewood Garden Center, it was less than an hour. Like,
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, guys, I got an idea for a company that we can start.
All right, I'm excited.
All right, it's called Tree Crate, and every month,
you
you get
get a
like
new
a
tree.
new tree and some like really cool tree memorabilia.
this month's theme is Willow. Order now. Can I just say I hate those crate services? If I want something, I'll go buy it. I don't need a box of random
It's
crap.
like Target
Yeah.
knickknacks.
Yeah.
Like that's all they are. I got it once, and that was a really dumb.
But
decision.
Loot Crate, if you're looking to sponsor this
Yeah,
podcast.
I would really like that 10%
No,
off.
BarkBox. BarkBox is the only one that
BarkBox.
because like, your dog doesn't care like that. It's like it's.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said our company was called BarkBox.
Yeah, dude, so did I. I didn't know BarkBox is
Oh.
a thing. I'm like, yeah, that is
man,
pretty good.
BarkBox is actually. All right, we'll think of something else. But yeah, BarkBox is for dogs, and it's like a monthly like dog toys and stuff like that. And I know like a lot of people. Why am I talking on BarkBox right now? I'm not a subscriber, nor do I have a dog. But like that, at least I understand. But like Loot Crate is just like, you know what? I like nerd stuff. Like, I'm really into, like, nerd things. What nerd things? All nerd things.
Yeah.
I can't get a specific thing.
How
just
can
in
you be
general.
like
It's like that guy with like the Nintendo controller as his belt buckle. I don't know. It just feels.
I
like...
went to high school with a
Nintendo
guy like that, and it was before you could buy them at Hot Topic, and I was just like, that's cool. Now you can buy them at Hot Topic. And I was like, nope, no more. All right.
Yeah.
I saw an ad online recently, or something like on, I think it was like Nerdist had it, where they're like, you will now be able to get like, there's like new Stranger Things like merchandise, like t-shirts and stuff like that you can get. And I was like, cool, let's see what it is. And they're like, exclusively at Hot Topic. And I was like, nope, I know exactly who's wearing that. I will not be purchasing the Hawkins High School AV Club t-shirt. Thank you.
That's a cool t-shirt, though.
It is kind of cool. And like, I actually asked for Christmas, I asked for the soundtrack on vinyl, because that is, the soundtrack is...
It's killer.
It's so
It
good.
really is.
Yeah,
It's
those guys
wonderful.
did a fantastic job. And not like just in that, but in
guys that did the. I mean, you're not really gamers. There was a Far Cry standalone add-on called Blood Dragon.
No.
That was done by
I
a
don't
real
think
band.
Those aren't the same people. That's
Okay.
that's Powered Glove. I think that's what they did the soundtrack for Far Cry.
yeah, no,
I'll
these
look it
guys
up
were
afterwards.
in a band called Survive.
Okay.
And they're, I mean, beyond just like creating a really good score with all like analog synthesizers and stuff like that, they also brought a lot of attention to the Austin, Texas synthesizer scene, and so that's actually like really grown. And now, like, I mean, like I see a lot more, like, just people are getting more into analog synthesizers. The industry has kind of moved in that direction. Like, it's all like, which is perfect for me because I've always hated digital synthesizers. So now that like analog synthesizers are becoming not only
Wait.
like...
I'm confused. All right, so how does a synthesizer work, and how could it be analog? Like, I don't know.
So an analog synthesizer is actually like legit circuitry of like, well, I mean, they're not like chips or anything like that. It's a digital synthesizer creates the sound through a computer, through a programming method, whereas an analog one actually uses wires.
It's like one of those old school call center things where they like you call the operator and you plug the thing in. It's like one of those. There's like huge boards of those.
Oh well, that's.
I guess I don't know enough
What you're
about-
talking about is modular synthesis, which is that's a way to like patch sound from one destination to another and have different signals and stuff. An analog synthesizer, technically, its output instead of sound could be like light. It's just electricity. It actually uses like legitimate like electronics and electricity to make the sound, whereas digital ones are just like they're all based off of a computer program. So
I guess I don't really know enough. This probably isn't the time or place for it, but like, isn't electricity what goes through like the computer circuits? I don't really understand how there's a difference between it going through a wire or it going through like transistors.
because it's actually like in a program that you can modify the sound, whereas you are actually, when you turn a dial on an analog synthesizer, you're actually turning a potentiometer that changes the resistance of a current.
Okay, I actually get what you're saying now.
Yeah, so I mean, like, you're actually like directly affecting electricity as opposed to the electricity just going like 1011100 and stuff. So, but yeah, no.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah, fake trees are sweet.
Yeah.
I recommend getting fake
right.
trees.
Okay, so this was like a bad friendly debate topic because we keep on, or I'm just.
It's
not-
amazing.
I'm
Yeah,
just,
it must have been just.
I'm just tangenting all over the place. This
It's
is
okay.
You
It's-
get
it's
1 hour
fine.
sleep, Patrick, today.
And
So
I kind of like this. My problem for this episode is driving.
you two have a problem. What? No.
Yeah,
Is
all of this hurts me.
driving.
Are you sure it's not like I'm having an existential crisis today?
I think I'm having a midlife crisis. I don't know. We'll talk about it afterwards. Yeah, I don't like driving at all. I really hate the process of driving. You guys came here in cars. That must have sucked. I don't like driving to my job. I don't like driving to shows. I don't like driving at the least bit. I don't like the act of holding a wheel in my hands and going forward, backward, left, or right. This is the bottom line. It's boring. I hate it. I hate feeling danger like that.
I hate being on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things where, like, I don't know, I had a go-kart growing up. That was fun as hell. If you
Yeah.
gave me, like, a car on a track, I would do that all the time.
My childhood is so jealous of yours right now.
Yeah,
I know,
dude,
yeah.
it was so nice. Well, yeah, I mean,
I had a
Kyle seen the
Goosebumps
house I grew
skateboard.
up on. It's
Oh, it's
like
dope,
lots of
yeah.
land. Yeah. Yeah. And so, but it's other drivers paranoid the hell out of me.
Yeah.
And in that, it's like, I think compared to most people, I'm a pretty law-abiding citizen, and I still feel like a cop's going to pull me over and ruin my life, even though I haven't done anything. It's just general guilt.
Yeah.
And I hate it. Yeah, being on the road is the worst. Plus, it's like time where you're not doing something else, but you have to drive to and from work. So it's Yeah.
It took me an hour and a half to get to work the other day because of the snowstorm, and I was like, super didn't get paid for that hour and a
Yeah.
half. Like
Yeah.
that's
And it's not like I was doing something I enjoyed or even something I used to just kind of relax. Like I didn't sit and watch an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. I was in my car. And I couldn't really even focus on my podcast because I'm going to hit the guy in front of me if I like
Exactly.
stop thinking too much.
Yeah, being in traffic, I think, is really.
Hey, everyone listening to this podcast right now, look out! Look out.
Hey, let's just play a
watch
siren.
a
like
blinker.
that's
Yeah.
Oh
Watch a
man,
blinker.
that's the worst part about listening to hip hop in your car is that genre loves them some police sirens, and it's just like, what am I getting pulled?
Yeah.
Damn you, Dilla.
You did it again. You did it again.
I don't know. I'm like kind of the opposite. I love driving. I mean, like the drive I had this morning sucked just because of like weather and ice, and
Yeah.
I-75 is the fucking worst highway in the world.
It
It's
is.
super bumpy.
Yeah.
Like I thought my
It's
car was
not
gonna
paved.
flip over.
It's not paved at all.
Okay, I'm glad. So it wasn't just my suspension was dying because like as soon as I hit the turnpike, I was fine. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. It's,
man, that is
It's rough.
that is, especially like icy too. That was not a fun drive this morning. But like, I grew up. I mean, my half my family is a Hoosier, and so Indianapolis Indy 500. That's like my family.
Who's
is
your
like,
family?
God.
I'm so proud of myself.
oh, man. Okay.
So he needs these moments to be proud of himself. To kind of counteract from the ones where he wishes he was dead.
Yep. Nailed it.
So I've always been like a huge fan. I mean, like I used to be an auto mechanic, and like I've always been like a huge fan of driving. I've always really enjoyed. I mean, and driving a stick shift. I think is like it connects you a lot more to like what you're actually doing.
You know,
and
actually,
you
I
can kind of find
The car is really important.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like Kyle and I both have like practical, just like boring but safe, cheap, easy to repair cars. My brother had a Mini Cooper growing up, and he's already had to get rid of it because
Is that like an old school like '60s Mini Cooper?
no, it was like,
Like
a
Italian Job Mini Cooper?
it was a modern one. Whenever
Italian
it was
Job
like,
or Italian Job remake Mini Cooper.
remake Mini Cooper, but it was still a shitload of fun to drive.
Yeah,
which
oh, yeah.
my Honda Accord is not. But it was
I used
like
to drive an Accord.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great cars for.
Yeah.
getting
mine's
errands
got
done.
almost 100,000 miles on it, and it still runs like new.
What
Like,
year?
06.
Okay.
Yeah. And it'll probably last me at least another
So
5.
according
I
to you,
imagine.
it's not a good drive at all.
What? I don't.
Here's
get
the
it.
part where Kyle wishes he was dead again because no one
I'm
got
not-
his
I'm
reference.
not as proud as that one as the Hoosier one.
So I think
Is that a
like,
Ryan Gosling reference?
no, you said you had a Honda Accord, and I said according to you, it's not a good drive.
oh, I thought you were referencing like some weird like Honda ad campaign of like Honda, it's a good drive or something
No,
like that. But
no.
like,
it's just
Oof.
the name of the car.
Woof.
Woof. Buzz's girlfriend. Woof.
everyone says Buzz's girlfriend. It's actually Buzz, your girlfriend.
Oh, my bad.
Woof. No. I always said Buzz's girlfriend too. I rewatched Home Alone like 2 days ago. So
good.
like,
Very
Well, let's go on another tangent here. It's also not Luke, I am your father. It's No, I am your father. But no one fucking gets that one right.
it's
either.
also Play It Again, not Play It, or what is it?
I think I've heard it as Play It Again, Sam, which is probably not what it is.
No, Play It Again Sam is the name of the used vintage electronics store in Lakewood.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
But it's not. It's not the. That's
The
not the
quote.
quote. It's
Yeah.
some. I forget.
Okay.
Anyhow, and you drive like a Nissan Sentra, right, or
Correct.
something like that. So I think that your problem is that you need to like your next car needs to be like a fun car. Like I used to drive a Scion XA. It's not expensive or whatever, but it's like a little car that's. Little cars are surprisingly fun.
Yeah.
When I was in Ireland last year, I got to drive a Fiat 500 as our rental, and it was on all these like super tight Irish back roads and stuff, and just like hedges are constantly whipping Missy's side of the car, and she's just like, she was just terrified, and I was
Yeah.
just like, I'm like so into there all these turns, and I had like a stick shift, and I was just like really like into it, and it's like that kind of driving experience can definitely like change. I mean, if I had to drive like a minivan on those, like I would have been terrified first of all because the minivan would have taken
Doesn't
up the
handle
entire
it.
road.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys ever watch Top Gear?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so James May is a big advocate of the Fiat Panda, which is a lot like the 500, and he's just like, they're doing this episode where we're supposed to review a sports car, and he ends up reviewing a Fiat Panda at the same time, and his like argument is basically like, this sports car I need to be going 120 miles an hour to have a good time on. In my Fiat Panda, if I make a turn at 35, it feels like I'm going to flip over. Like, it's a way more fun car to drive in a situation you'll actually be driving it on the road.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, so that's a really important. I think that's an important part about cars that like a lot of people don't like. It should be fun to drive. Like,
Yeah.
and I think like people who tend to despise driving, like look at what they're driving. They're driving minivans or like SUVs, and so I know some people like SUVs because they like that feeling of power and safety on the road. And Missy actually just got an Explorer,
Okay.
and she said that she feels like a ton safer on the
Yeah,
road,
like
which
a
is
tank.
which is, I mean, true, because anyone that hits her is going to die. But like, but I mean, like in terms of just actual like driving enjoyment, like you want one that like handles well, and you know that you can like take a turn a little fast or something like that. You know, I mean, something that like yeah, absolutely, like the Fiat Panda thing, something that in its like 20 miles an hour to 60 miles an hour range is a lot of fun to drive.
It feels like it's wild in that range.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Like a Honda S2000, like those convertibles or whatever, really great fast, but like riding in one of those things 35 miles an hour, you feel every bump, and you're just like you're getting a migraine from just like riding in this like sports car that's not being used the way that, I mean, really is. I mean, it should be like on a track with track tires. And so yeah, I mean the car that I have right now, I mean it's a manual transmission, which I really like driving, but like it's I just drive a Kia Soul, and it's good for lugging stuff. It's a fine car. I had more fun in my Scion though, because it was like real short wheelbase, so in the winter it was a lot more of a challenge.
Actually, and the roads out here on the west side, at least in this Lakewood area, are terrible driving roads. It's all cross section, lots of pedestrian traffic, lots of lights. It's like that or freeway, which is never fun to drive on anyway.
No.
Yeah. I mean, like the Shoreway before they started doing all that construction used to be a lot of fun. I would take my Scion out at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I wasn't like breaking the speed limit or anything like that, but just to enjoy just like going along those curves and stuff like that. And that was when the Shoreway was like 50 miles an hour, so it was like that's about as fast as you want to go, because it's like not. It was never the safest roads or anything like that, but you definitely want to like I don't know. Just sometimes just go out driving, like go out. I mean, maybe you hate your car and you don't realize it.
My car's fine. I don't really have a big deal with having like a cool car. I don't think it really. I guess I never had that option. So I'm like, all right, I just nix that in whatever I needed. So I'm just gonna get a reliable car that I know is safe. Yeah. And I'd rather take the safety over getting like a wild and crazy car right now.
Well, I mean, you can get like a in between, like a car that is. I mean, all cars these days are pretty safe. I mean, it's not like it's a sports car and also has no airbags and a giant spike on the steering wheel.
Instead of an airbag, it's sharpened pencils.
It's called
so many guns.
It's called the Honda One and Done.
It's on a better not screw up.
Yeah, I have a new business venture for you guys. The One and Dones. Oh god. All right, fine. I'm wrong. I apologize.
No. I'm just saying
it's fine.
Walk away from me.
I forgot.
Go trip over something.
I almost tripped something.
Yeah.
You guys talk amongst yourselves. I have to get the happy endings. I forgot. Because professionalism is my
So my
name.
friend had a Ford Probe, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was probably the most dangerous driving I've ever done back in high school, 16. We found this like a road way out on the west side. Completely uninhabited. There was this nice little bump in it, and we just took like how fast we could.
We did that with my friend's Nissan Previa, the van.
Oh god.
We do that on like railroad tracks and stuff. I used to hang out with a lot of like guys that would drive like modified cars and stuff. So I had a friend that had like a 93 RX-7 that was like pushing like 550 horsepower at the wheels.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, I think the fastest I was ever in that car with him was like 180 miles an hour. Yeah, it was stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's like one of those things. It's like I shouldn't be alive right now because of that. But I mean, like, yeah. So what's up? Happy endings?
Yeah,
Sorry, we were just feeling that was just filler right there.
I liked it. No, it's solid filler. All right, so we're gonna do the happy endings. You get to pick one of these random things out of the bag that our friend James Zondak wrote.
And it's probably about a night he had where he was drunk and tried to take a girl home, and it just didn't work out. We have noticed
while we started doing this that these are very personal things that he put down as problems. Because it's stuff that I knew about.
Sheila won't sleep with me. Damn it,
like
Sheila.
He had one. He has no problem me talking about it. But he had he thought he had like a lump on his testicle, and that was one of the problems. I'm like, oh wait, these are getting very specific to him.
It's painting a very accurate picture
of
Dak's
James.
life.
Yeah, exactly. So what I need you to do is pick one of these, and then you're gonna try to make one of these problems something
just one
good.
is hard. It's
I know.
like
Just use your hand. You got it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
no. It's good.
This is the worst one we could have picked this episode.
So the problem.
Kyle, how are you doing? Are you feeling any better?
Oh no. Oh no.
I still feel like dying because
all
here's
the time.
here's the problem. James Ondak wrote. Mind you, James, who considers himself a friend of Kyle's.
Yeah, a very good close personal friend of mine.
The problem is being Kyle's friend.
This is garbage. This is the best thing that has ever happened.
All right, well,
So what's some good things about being
Here.
Kyle's friend?
you know what? I will.
And the podcast ends now.
No, I will. You know what? James on deck, you are completely wrong. All right, I'm gonna get not goofy and talk about how Kyle is actually like a super good friend, man. Like, so James or not James, what's your name, Kyle? We're talking about Kyle now. Oh crap! I was gonna talk about you, James, but
Oh no.
all right.
Oh no.
No, but I recently released this album, and for it had to do a. Why? Stop laughing! I'm trying to be. You're just uncomfortable right now
Oh,
because
very
I'm like
uncomfortable.
I'm not roasting you. I'm toasting you.
Yeah.
Please stop.
That's what we did with Missy's nieces and nephews. They kept on roasting each other by like making fun of each other, and so we're like, well, guys, what if it was like toasting each other? Like, you're so good at math, the textbook cheats off of you. Toasted. And we made giving each other compliments like cool for them, which is some weird like
They're gonna
teacher.
get beat up in school.
Some weird teacher shit that Missy's good at that I'm not. She
Yeah.
can just like manipulate children to be better people, and I'm just like, you really burned that kid. That was a good roast.
Damn, that hurt me.
Like when like a 6-year-old burns another 6-year-old, you're like, you need to intervene. I was gonna do it, but anyhow. So I released this album and had like a corresponding music video that went with it, as well as we did a bunch of like on location shooting for projections and stuff. Where we went to a bunch of like abandoned sites. We went to like an abandoned observatory that was all spooky, and I was really afraid that we were gonna like run into a squatter when we were doing that.
I mean, you had your knife on you. I forgot to bring mine, so.
Oh, I did have my knife on me. I was too prepared. I don't know.
Yeah.
What was I gonna do? Like a beat it style knife fight? That's
Yeah, it'd been like the Sharks and the Jets or whatever. It just started hammer it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
We would have just ran. Probably would have screamed, but yeah.
Yeah. Or probably just gone, oh, sorry, excuse me. But yeah, no, I mean, like, the amount of work that you put into those projections and everything like that, trust me, does not go unnoticed. Like,
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, my live show had like all these projections that were done by Kyle. He had like all these like different effects and stuff. The thing was rendering and crashed at 93%, and he was more concerned about it than I was. Like, he was like definitely dedicated to. I mean, like, Kyle is definitely like one of those friends that bends over backwards for you. It does not go unnoticed.
Okay,
So
well, thank you.
yeah, I mean, I owe you so much, and so yeah, you're getting beats from me.
Roasted.
Well, I did get that Space Jam shirt, and it's in the wash right now. I'm shrinking it just a little bit.
Okay, they only had mediums and extra larges, and you said
No,
larger, extra large. So
Yeah,
I was like,
well, that's what I do. I'm like the in between. So this is parting, behind the scenes. Kyle is an in between and has to shrink bigger shirts. Anyways, you got anything to say, James?
Why?
About me? All right. Stoops.
why?
What do you got going on? Plug
No,
wise?
I'm sorry. You were in the middle of a sentence about a shirt.
I want to throw you off.
Do you have anything to add about me being in between a large and extra large?
I was like, what?
What are your thoughts on shirt sizes? American shirt sizes.
Kyle, you've been a very good friend to me. Thank you for
thank
putting
you.
up with my bullshit and like making this podcast happen. I know it was an idea we had when we were golfing, and it's cool to see it in motion.
Cool.
And there are so many people in this world that want to be entertainers and just sit on their ass and do nothing about it. And it's like super inspiring that you're actually out there and doing it and making basically what you want to happen.
Well, thank you.
So it's fun to be your friend,
I
Kyle.
appreciate it. Well, I like that.
And I feel like now we should talk about why James Ondeck sucks as a friend.
He's not gonna listen to it. It's
Oh,
just his contribution.
you know what? Then let's not even talk about him. Let's not even talk about him.
Alright,
Just
alright.
he doesn't exist, and if he's not going to listen to him, we're not going to waste
He
it.
exists through happy endings. That's what I asked him to do.
Roasted.
And I can't ask him to do anything else now. Oh man. All right, Stoops. Plug wise, what do you got going on?
Well, I had 2 shows these past 2 weeks, but definitely probably should have come on sooner.
Just maybe.
No, it's fine. So I have an album that is out. I'm being signed onto a record label, so its actual like digital distribution isn't going to come out until like January or February, and so I don't know when that happens. I'll be posting about it on social media and stuff. But for right now, if you're in the Cleveland area, you can actually pick up the album that's available on CD or cassette at Young King's Record Store, which is on West 29th in Hingetown, or Music Saves, which is right by the Beachland Ballroom in the Waterloo Arts District. I love all these sub-districts that we have in Cleveland now.
Sodo
Hingetown,
Sopa.
let's be honest, Ohio City Junior. Like, it's,
Yeah. No.
Waterloo Arts District. I
you
treat it
live
as a
in-
legitimate
you live
one.
around Birdtown, so like that's kind of weird to me. To
Yeah,
say
but
that.
Birdtown's been called. That's a historic district. Like that's been
Yeah,
called that
that's
since
true.
like the 40s because all the streets are named after birds.
Yeah.
and they've been that way forever. Like it's not like a ham-fisted son of a realtor wanted to have his own part of Ohio City.
So,
Yeah.
all right, at Platform, we have this really old map. Our one boss is really into old maps. It says Hingetown on it.
Oh,
So
really?
it might have been a thing that was a thing that hasn't been a thing for a while and then is back. Like,
Either that or he bought like a bunk old map.
Yeah.
Are there people like? Are there like counterfeit cartographers?
That's a
They,
good
like,
question.
de-stressed it like outside and like okay.
Yeah.
You might have been bamboozled. I don't know anything about maps, but Yeah.
So yes, I don't know. So look for Ancient Computers on digital media, platforms and like that. Oh, if you're in the Detroit area, which Kyle may have a listener in the Detroit area, maybe, you can get that at the 37th Shield. I think it's called like the 37th Shield Gallery. I don't know if it's gallery, what the last word of that is, but that's on Division.
Nice.
They're carrying the album now as well. So basically it's that, or If You Come Find Me.
Okay.
And then my next show isn't until like February 10th. I am playing in the tavern before and after the Beachland Tavern before and after Starfucker.
Okay.
Who is playing in the ballroom?
that's a real name.
Yeah, that's right. They had to change it to STRFKR so they could actually get printed.
Gotcha.
Originally, they were actually just fully spelled out. But no, they're a really, really great band. So that'll be a big show that probably will sell out if anyone listening to this is like halfway thinking about going to it. So
Cool beans.
yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. James, you got anything?
I don't know. What are you doing? I'm going to plug your stuff. Go to Kyle's stuff.
I don't know.
The wrapping paper just fell
All my
over.
wrapping paper just fell. I don't know what I got going on right now. Watch Mayor Wirtz Reviews Food. I have recently decided that I'm going to be ending the series after 50 episodes.
How many episodes are there?
Currently, there are 30. When this comes out, there'll be 35 out. So I'm going to end it at 50.
Are you going to do for episode 50, is it going to be like a clip show? Like a retrospective?
I thought about that.
All of the footage of you putting it in your mouth to Johnny Cash's hurt.
I think I might just make that an extra episode or something like that.
Yeah.
I think so I have a show at the Beachland the 9th of February.
Oh, that's right. Wait, am I DJing for you on that one?
Yeah, do you want to?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Are you available?
Yeah, what, the
Okay.
9th? The
Yeah.
9th of February? What day of the
That's
week
a
is
Thursday.
that? It's a Thursday?
Yeah, because you perform on the 10th, which is a Friday.
February 10th.
Yeah, February 10th.
You just said February 9th.
Oh,
I
you're
feel-
February 9th?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said January. I thought you were doing a thing in January.
No, we moved it back. So
Oh.
we pushed it back a little bit. But if you can, you can.
We'll talk
you can.
about it.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
may be there. I may not. We'll
That's
have to.
fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing something a little different where I have a couple comedians go up before me and then I perform. So hopefully and it's completely free. We don't know what time it starts at. I have to
Are you
talk
gonna have
to,
like a improv troupe or anything?
just stand up for the first time. I'm
Okay.
gonna probably expand it to improv depending on how well this works.
Okay.
We'll go from there. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'm working on a new album. Just writing some stuff and working with Stoops and
Yep.
yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah.
Does your improv stuff like perform out anywhere or?
No. I mean, I left that one group and
Right.
I did do a improv show on Friday for for my friend's wife's company. So we did a quick improv show there, and it went really well.
Oh,
so
cool.
maybe doing more of that later on the line. I can't announce anything yet, so
Oh, I gotcha.
we don't really have anything.
Oh yeah, because
so.
I thought you still had it because you were talking about how everyone was using the Christmas tree as a mic stand, and so
Yeah, so yeah, we're
figured you
gonna.
were
I think
still on the
it went really well on Friday, so I think we're gonna start expanding a little more. We're all very busy. It's two of the people of the group have a morning show on 104.1 so they're a little
wait,
bit
is
busy.
it
Jeremiah and Jeff.
G? Oh no, okay, sorry, I was thinking of
Yeah.
someone else.
No, they may have moved them. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Isn't there one called like D? It was like some guy in D.
I have no idea.
Oh.
They must have taken over that slot, maybe. I'm
Okay.
not sure. But yeah, we'll figure it out. So yeah, this has been Plucking Petals with James and Kyle. As always, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Kyle's friend.
Aw, have a good day.